Okay, for tonight's quick homework, I'm going to have you just write a couple problems and try some on your own. So I want you to write down this problem. We're going to start turning these into equations, start throwing equals in them. If I have x squared, just know when I solve that by doing the opposite of squaring, which is square rooting, and know that those will cancel away. And my answer is x, the square root of 5. But remember, for this, it's got to be two separate answers. It could be positive 5 or negative 5. These quadratics always have two separate answers. And what that means, if I took 5 and squared it, 5 times 5, that gives me 25. But when I square negative 5, remember by rule, negative 5 times another negative 5, that would also give me positive 25. That's why these have two answers. For these simple ones, it's just plus or minus the square root number. I would like you to try one on your own. I want you to solve x squared equals 49. Hopefully you know how to take the square root of 49, knowing that there are plus and minus answers. All right, now the hard part, tying in what we did today. If I give you this equation, x squared plus 6x equals negative 8, there's nothing I can do to solve that. I can't just square root both sides because I have that 6x in the middle. So this turns into a factor problem in disguise. You first rearrange it and add this 8 over here. And what you're doing what's called using the zero property, setting this equal to 0 and then seeing the pieces or numbers that would give you 0 when you times it in there. So that's when we factor. We put that 6 up here, put that 8. We factor 8 apart. The only two numbers that are going to work for this that give me positive 8 and positive 6 are 4 and 6. I'm sorry, 4 and 2. But just remember when I write that, that is just the factored answer. What I want to see now is a number I can plug in for x and get a 0 right here. So no matter what I times right here will be 0. So what you do to solve this, you set these pieces equal to 0 and you solve them for x. So one answer is negative 2. Set the other one equal to 0. That one gives me negative 4. And I guarantee you those work. If I were to plug those in up here, they would work. Watch. Negative 2 squared plus 6 times negative 2. Does that give me negative 8? It should. 4 minus 12. That gives me negative 8. So yes, negative 2 was an answer. Negative 4 will work too. Plugging it into these originals. Negative 4 squared plus 6 times negative 4. Does that equal negative 8? It should. 16 minus 24. Yes, that does equal negative 8. So you can see when we're solving these quadratics, when you have an extra term in there, you rearrange it and you solve it by factoring. So knowing that, try this problem on your own. Solve this by factoring. X squared plus 3x equals 10. See what two answers will satisfy that. Good luck. See you tomorrow.